assholes. You are now fucking listening to the Two Clouded Mind Show with Chris.
What would it take for Ryan to suck a dick?
And Ryan.
Oh God, you just coughed all over me.
With special guest appearances, unique games, and contests. Give us a goddamn call. 669-241-2420. Or stalk us like your girlfriends do. On Facebook and Instagram at the Two Clouded Mind Show. Let's get fucking clouded. It's the Two Clouded Mind Show.
Welcome back. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. Happy Tuesday.
This is the happiest Tuesday in Chris's career of the podcast because he gets the Bob Barker mic.
Yeah. The Bob Barker mic is...
He's gonna be swinging that thing around
next
the
level.
whole episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know. I need a big windscreen on it.
It's like a big, like, instead of a fidget spinner, it's like a fidget microphone for Chris.
Oh, man. I can make that.
Yeah.
Don't steal my idea. Fuck.
We were just talking about all that shit.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is definitely, besides me getting a hold of the Bob Barker microphone, it's going to be a really fun episode. We have special
Damn,
guests.
that was
Wow, that was
quick
quick.
as
Hold on,
fuck.
guys. I set the smoke detector off.
Holy shit.
See, like I was saying, not only do I get to hold the Bob Barker microphone, we have special guests today. And I would like to introduce Rachel and Deepa from Retrobongs. Hi, guys.
Hi, how you guys doing?
You know, chilling.
That's what we're doing.
Very excited to be on the show.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out.
I heard you Facebook stalked us. Somebody who Facebook stalked.
You what?
I googled you. I like
Smart move.
I like Sherlock Holmes. Everybody.
You
so-
should. We were just
Yeah.
saying there's probably a lot of like weirdos, like that
But that's
do
right.
what we do.
Especially when they say, oh, it's a weed podcast. Come on,
Yeah.
hang with us.
We're
over
coming
my
to like
house.
a weird.
I have this special dark room for you.
Yeah.
It's,
At least we have blue lights.
Who are you in?
You've got your temptress to lure them in. Yeah, right. You know, we love her. Yeah, of course we're gonna go over.
We're organized. Organized crime.
Ryan, shut the door.
Yeah, no, we googled you and make sure you were legit, and I was like, yeah, I think we're good. We're good. I know.
Did YouTube have any influence on like your learning curve on things? Like, did
Yeah.
you use it as a tool?
Yeah, so we're both Sagittarians, which helps a lot, and so we're both independent. We love MacGyvering, we love learning from trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
So anything, the point where we've got, I feel like we really have done trial and error.
Right.
We tried something, then we didn't like it. We would try something different, and because
I
we've been
did find different techniques
Yeah.
on YouTube and different videos. People use water. Or
It's
Yeah,
like
we used-
rearranging the rooms in
right.
your home over and over
Yeah.
again to find what fits best.
Yeah.
But-
So you find the tools and stuff,
Mhm.
and we did Rachel did a lot of research on that, and so we just kind of like kept improving a bit by bit, and we kind of really get to where we want to be. We still,
Yeah, I think we have a good rhythm going
Yeah.
now, and
and we like what
nice.
we're making.
yeah, and we like making it.
Do you have like favorite pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a pretty large collection of our own personal bongs now because we just can't let them go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You put a lot of like blood, sweat, and tears into some of these. And, like,
And like sometimes like we'll get it, and like in the percentage of bongs that we've made, we've probably only broken like cracked maybe like 2% or 3%. It's like
If that.
It's like
If that.
really
Not a
super
lot.
minor.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
But I think that's also part of the learning curve because
That's
we
it.
learned with the thinner glass, it's much more delicate, and so
we need a
we're
different
looking at-
clamp.
We're looking at alternative
Yeah.
sources for cutting and
But that's
all
the
of that
fun of
stuff.
it.
But
Yeah.
It keeps it
learning
interesting and
But
learning.
that's why, that's actually the part of
Yeah.
the fun of it. Like, we like learning by ourselves. So all this time we've been using a clamp, and now we're like, okay, we need to do it. So we started looking at different clamps, and we got suggestions from other people, and then put them all together and basically picked what would work for us. And
I really like networking with people that do the same thing that I do because it's not just learning what to do or what not to do in certain situations or
Totally.
comparing your workflow to somebody else's, even if it doesn't matter whose is better, or like that's not even the aspect of what you're looking at. It's trying to see like how well you have your shit together.
Yeah, and I think honestly for us too, Rachel and I think that one of the other things that I feel that we really put into is our heart and soul, because we love smoking, and we it is what it is, and we really we really wanted to make we couldn't really find a bong that we really loved that was really aesthetically pleasing to us. So if we kind of make it for ourselves and it gives us that much pleasure, imagine how much pleasure it would give somebody else.
Yeah.
And how many people have we had for them that bought them as first bongs?
We just had like our 4th or 5th person that it was like, this is our first bong, because it feels more like welcoming, more home, more something you would see in the home. I think sometimes they're really sterile, which is like, you know, its own vibe. It's like totally the part of the culture, but
you don't have to hide it.
It's nice that people feel like it's something they have out in the open. And you know, one of the things we always say is, if somebody can use this decanter to proudly display their wine, why can't they proudly display their weed?
Well, that's the thing. There's been like this misconception of pot smokers from the beginning, where we're lazy or dirty or like like our appearance doesn't matter. But look at Elon Musk, smokes on podcasts, and he's like the fucking richest guy.
Exactly.
Every 75% of the fucking population smokes. I mean, they don't just look it, you know what? And that's the whole thing about the weed smoking thing, especially with doing this, is elevating it and getting rid of the stigma.
Yes, breaking the stigma.
It's like, you know, people who have tattoos, you know, it's like we love our works of art. We choose not to put them on the wall. We choose to carry them around with them so we can look at them all the time. It's the same thing with smoking. There's a stigma attached to it that, you know, that I feel that needs to change, and with everything changing, and you know, it's just giving us a better footing, I think.
For sure, you brought a lot of beauty to it.
Yeah, but and one of the things that we do stipulate is a rule that if you buy a bong, you have to name her or him, and you have to send us a picture of them in their new home.
That's awesome.
So each one is given a name, but you have to smoke in them first, and
Of
then
course,
because that's when you know, right?
We like to see all of our babies in their forever homes, where they are comfortable, and you know, it's nice.
So now, as far as picking out your glass and everything, do you go to like vintage shops? Do you do thrift shops?
Yeah, we do all different kind of shops. We actually, because we were coming this way, we hit a few places that like we don't usually get to go to because they're not in our area.
Cool.
We were just saying, we're like, all of our regular spots are kind of getting tired, so we hit like 3 thrift stores on the way out this way.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And would people like say like donate their glass and say, hey, I want to customize this piece?
Yep. We actually just got a piece in today that we're doing a customized like vintage. It's cool, like 70s vintage Dr. Pepper bottle.
Oh, I love that.
We're doing like
Are there requirements to what you would need if like you random person can't come up to you and be like, hey, can you make something out of this? Do you have to like ask them like what type of glass it is and stuff like that?
People do that all the time, and we always say, you know, you have to send us a photograph, we have to see it, because exactly that, you know, there's different stipulations, you know, like we have discovered through trial and error some glass breaks more, and
how to approach a different type of glass.
Right, so
we've drilled enough, I think, where we kind of like trial and error, we know which ones we can do and can't do.
Do you have a preference?
Yeah.
Like when you first grab a piece of glass, you're like, all right, this is going to be easy, or like, fuck, this is going to kind of suck.
I mean, sometimes it's not even that, like some of the ones like that are really thick glass, like it's going to be more work, but it's going to be so like such a nice quality.
Yeah.
And we definitely have found like the older glass is thicker, it's denser, it's so like strong. And how many have we tried?
So a couple of weeks ago, we're at an event, and there's a raffle for a bong on the table. The lady bumps into it, the whole thing falls, right? Doesn't break nothing, because everybody's like,
it
like,
clatters all over, right? You know,
and
everyone freezes.
And it's like, it's fine. And then throughout the evening, because we had a vendor table, every time anyone would get close, they would knock something. So at least 3 or 4 times bong, and they would like clatter. By like the 4th time, nobody even fucking turned around. because because it's vintage pieces. The glass is really thick.
Yeah.
So and then we were at the punk rock festival the other yeah, she's with a dolly, right? We're going across the road, an open box, and the dolly flips. The two freaking boxes fall over. There's glass bongs all
Literally
over,
bongs
rolling
across the road.
and we're picking them up.
Traffic is stopped.
And we're picking them up.
You know, the person in that car is like, fucking
What is
stoners.
Yeah. But you know, all we talked about is, oh, bongs are great. Not a single scratch.
Nothing.
Not a
awesome.
single chip. Every single one was exactly right.
That's great.
So we definitely provide quality for money.
Yeah, they definitely sound like they went through the test.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's awesome.
You should document that, like get footage of like, and just be like durable, you know, like
Yeah, just make
one word.
Have you seen the video where the guy's like, here, this is unbreakable glass bong, and he holds it like this and he drops it.
it just
and it
shatters.
shatters all
Yeah,
over.
every time. Love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
Not
I've been
our
burned a
bongs.
few times.
Yeah.
You could smash it against a table. I smashed it against the table and it just. It's like,
Done.
cool, thanks.
Yeah.
So good.
I don't know if I would trust that.
No, don't do that though.
Table.
No, don't do that.
So how long have you guys been at it? When did you guys start? How did you guys come up with the idea besides, just loving the culture and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
we just started this summer. It's like all of our favorite things. Smoking, we always go like thrifting and antique shopping together, and
we love
smoking in the
DIYing.
parking lot. And
Yeah. We like
yeah,
that
we
vibe.
were actually, when we first met, we were on the Moms Club Crafts and Coffee committee.
That's
I
the
love
hard-
that.
No, but check this out. Neither of us are fucking like moms. We don't know why the hell we got on them. Maybe it was just
But
like.
it was kind of like, are you doing this?
And
All
that's
right,
how
I'll
you're
do
fine.
that.
Listen,
All
you're
right,
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. But then after the first few weeks, like, oh, what the fuck are we
And
gonna
then they're
have
like,
to
wait,
do?
they want us to do 5 crafts every
Oh my
evening.
God.
We
So
can
we
get
can-
this down to 3 crafts and a plate at a table.
But
Like,
then you remember we get together and get stoned and then put the crafts together with the kids while we were getting stoned. So that's how we do it. Like the
Upping the
day
mom
before,
game.
yeah.
yeah.
That's great.
That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, so that's kind of like how we started, and then we have kids the same age, and then with them going back to school and us thinking about what to do, and then it was
Yeah.
like what she said, we just took our best things, and she was
We
like,
started out doing the yoga business together.
yeah, so we have a yoga business that we do, so we
do
were
some
like,
Henna yoga
did Henna
stuff.
yoga, and that's she was like, this is how we
What?
started.
I have a yoga mat in my truck.
Yeah.
He's so excited.
Yeah, but she calls
Yeah.
no, but I still remember the day she calls me, right? Because
Yeah.
like this is like probably like 8 months into our yoga business,
Oh,
and
yeah,
she
yoga
calls me,
business.
yeah, because we'd already been into the yoga business. Remember, we were good with our postings.
Yeah,
We were good.
on it.
And then she calls me. She goes, Canada's going to be legal. She goes, I think we should start making bongs. And I'm like, well, okay, so do we want to kind of wait until the yoga business? She goes, well, I don't know what about you, but I think we should just start doing it.
They
Fuck
go
it.
hand
I was
in
like,
hand
I got
in
to
a
stop.
way.
I'm
Okay.
making one in my
Yeah,
sink
she says,
tonight, bro.
yeah.
Who knows? At some
Yeah.
point in the future, you might be able to have high yoga.
No, but this
Yeah,
is how
exactly.
the universe is aligned.
Yeah.
Because after we go over and we make her bong, which my heart is my throat the entire time because I'm worried she's going to take her thumb off. So she's like, okay, this could work, but this is going to take a long time to So
Yeah,
what
it's a
we
process.
need is a drill press. So I'm like, I don't know what that looks like, but if I, but my, my husband has a few things in the garage. If I can see like on Google, so I Googled it. Guess who had one in the garage? Yep, and we're
Exactly
like,
what
dude,
we
we got
needed.
one in the garage. He doesn't even need it, really. It's true. I think he's used it like once. So at 9 o'clock we call him, and I'm like, babe, can you show us how to work the drill press? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, we'll be over in 20. I said, we'll
No,
be
like right now.
yeah, like right now. And I'm at her house, and I'm like, okay, great, we'll be there in 20 minutes. And he's like, what? Wait, now?
That whole interaction is amazing.
Yeah,
He's
for right
Google
now.
searching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
then,
we were in the garage until like 1 in the morning that night.
Yeah.
Just like trying it out.
messing around. We were
like,
just so
we were-
fucking
yeah.
excited that they had this drill press and we
Were
could
you
do
smoking?
it. Of course.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Yeah.
We have our goggles and gloves.
Yeah.
Did you nail it like the first try? Like, did you have the right bit? Did you
we
try like a
did, our
regular
first,
bit?
which was the
Yeah.
first?
So we had bits. My green one. Remember not my tall green one, but my one that cracked when I put the hot
Did we
water
do that
in
on
it.
the drill press?
So I practiced on a wine bottle first. No,
That's
the green
right.
one
Oh, that's
was the
right.
very first one, which was in my sink, and that one, it
one.
was like the circle was kind of like here, but then there was like a little bit of an extra circle over here.
Trial and error.
Whatevs.
It was only for myself.
Yeah,
It
right,
was my
right, right.
personal one.
Yeah, because it was our first
Yeah.
first go round, but we've become so much more better at it.
Yeah, very
So much more
proficient
better at it.
and much more.
How
more
is
better.
workflow now compared to like the beginning? Like for an example, do you guys have like a structure like Monday through Friday kind of deal, or like you have office hours or social media marketing, or like how do you break it up?
We're kind of starting to implement that, I think. Like, we have some standing appointments with, like, our glass artists that we work with, weekly meetings and office hours throughout the week. But some days are go days and some days are...
Yeah,
You ever
just
use
honestly
Zoom?
because we have kids, like young
Yeah.
It's
kids,
a lot
so
around the kids' schedule.
yeah, and
for
right
sure.
now
School
with the
hours.
COVID thing, if something happens and the kid gets home or they get sick, they don't take no chances. So,
Mhm.
so but then on times like that, we'll do like remote work so she can take care of stuff, and we work so well together. Like it's either we have like 2% or maybe 3% divide and conquer, and 97% what we do together.
we
like
tag
like we're
team,
yeah
It's
like
more fun that way,
Let's-
too.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
We go together, we're smoking,
Yeah.
we're brainstorming the whole time.
Brainstorming.
It makes it
Right.
fun.
Creativity.
It is.
Yeah.
It's.
the
The
creativity.
goes. I like to call it mind
I feel like
melding,
all
whatever
workplaces
whatever
should
they
have
call
a
it.
creativity hour.
Yes.
You know,
That's
just
literally-
like something, cater something, and just say, hey, have fun. Like shoot some basketball or whatever. Like have fun and have everybody
Yeah.
group up.
Yeah, wow, we are
Yeah.
so unprofessional. We get by with a couple texts here and there. We don't have group meetings. We don't have any
We,
of that.
we saw comedy shows. Like we.
Well,
did
this
yeah,
is
we
a
hung
group
out.
meeting,
Yeah,
isn't
this
it?
is
Group
this is
meeting.
yeah, this is basically our
Yeah.
this is basically our group meeting slash. I don't even know.
This is the brainstorming. Room.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just yeah.
And that's when the brainstorming comes, and this is our group meeting.
Do you guys just record all your sessions, basically?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
While we're
Yeah,
they'll-
hanging
pretty
out,
much.
we
I'll
edit
come
the
up with,
bullshit
like-
out.
like a base idea, and then we'll just kind of run with that.
I like that. I like the on the go fly
Like a
convos.
theme.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it brings us in a total like we'll have something planned and I'll keep trying to push what we had planned and Chris is like, oh hold on, we'll get to that, and then we just talk about random things, and sometimes those random things turn into episodes.
And because you know it too, like the planned things, sometimes they feel forced,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't come off
Right.
as natural and organic.
Okay, so I got a rando question. What are everyone's star signs?
Gemini.
yeah.
Our birthdays are a couple days apart.
Oh,
You're
you're
both
both
Gemini?
Gemini?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, well, no, I like you. we
She
like
didn't say
you.
that to the judge.
Well, I
Yeah,
also have two
ouch, yeah.
Gemini daughters, so it's like.
you see us. You see us.
I do. I'm surrounded by Geminis. Yes, but you guys are very loving people.
Thank
you
you.
really
Thank
are.
you
There's
very
like
much.
two sides. You really are. The other side of you is like just so like loving. It's amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
The other side.
Chris is one of the sweetest guys I know.
I have to.
No,
It is
stop.
kind of.
No, it's
Look at making him red.
Yeah, stop. I hate
Yeah, but
that.
we have the things about Leos and Sagittariuses too. It's not just Geminis. You know
Yeah,
what I
absolutely.
mean? But like fire signs, we're just like.
We just can't help that.
It's dessert on her butter machine.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I love it.
I had to bring in the whole.
Oh, you brought in the Hulk.
My God, that's amazing.
Wow.
We're gonna have to back these cameras
Wow.
up. Maybe
Yeah, we
for
can do that.
Chris's view, or no, I don't know.
Hold on.
Oh, bollocks, I'm
Wow.
stepping on shit.
That is
There you go.
gorgeous.
So, we actually have another one at home that's actually a glass gun, which is this tool.
Like a
That's
rifle.
a
Sick.
revolver.
I think it's about
Yeah.
the same.
That's
Is
amazing.
it, I think it maybe the same hand. Maybe a little bit.
That is
Yeah.
gorgeous.
With the revolver, we put the bowl on where the trigger is, so you could light it. We tested it.
Yeah.
Like, this one you need like an
this is like a
assist.
tag team.
It's a group.
Yeah,
It's
group
definitely a
effort.
party favor, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
No, you gotta. You have to get in with a lighter company to make a lighter specifically to smoke this.
Yeah.
Like an extended, like a.
Yeah.
Well, they have those like those barbecue lighters.
Not that long.
No, you need it to be.
I mean, I got long
No,
arms.
this ain't big.
Yeah, this giant
yeah,
can do it.
so She can do it with a long ladder. I cannot.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
anyone
yeah.
of you guys, there
know
you,
that I can do
yeah.
that.
Shout to tall people.
Maybe I would.
Yeah, I still can't do it.
I'll just hang around and I'll do it for you.
Oh yeah.
Can I just
Wow.
go right
Of
here so it
course.
doesn't
Yeah,
get
yeah,
knocked
yeah.
over? There you go.
There you go.
Got our dog.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's gorgeous.
You want me to bring in the other?
Using older glass, like, do you ever
Oh,
hear
here we go.
of
Hypochondriac Ryan's
no,
coming.
no. This is a little. I guess it's. I'm not gonna say spiritual, but you ever like see children that like pick items from the past that relate to something
Yes.
that happened in their like past lives? Like
That-
almost like an avatar picking like that one thing that meant something that has that connection with them through their lifeline.
So I don't know if we've thought about that, but I feel like he may have raised a good point a couple of times when people have maybe seen pieces that have reminded them of their grandmothers and great grandmothers, and then they bought that.
Yeah.
The
But
sentimental aspect.
Yeah, but now that he said that, he did kind of like level it up on the spooky level a little bit because
It
we didn't
is
think about
spooky.
We haven't,
Because
but
we-
we had
we do-
thought. We've actually talked about cleansing
Yeah, but we
them,
do-
but we
yeah.
haven't like
No,
totally.
but
we
you
do
know what?
cleanse all of our
No,
spaces
no,
and
no,
stuff
no.
like that.
I think
Haunted
we're good
bongs.
because I clean them all in water. My house is always saged and
Right.
clean.
Well,
Right.
things
So I
carry
think
energy,
we-
right?
That's
Yeah,
why,
the
and you
So-
raised a good
and-
point. So now that you said
Right.
that, we clean each one in water, and my house is always saged and Palo Santoed. So
Okay.
if it's water in the house, we're all saying that it's all clean. So we're basically cleaning. But yes, because you raised a good point. I didn't think about.
Can I raise another point? And I'm just
Yeah.
an idiot.
Level of it, for
If
sure.
if the ghosts are attached to these pieces and now they're smokable pieces, the ghosts are high and they're gonna vibe.
Yeah, they're gonna want you to keep
They're still
smoking
smoking
it.
vibing.
at you.
That's the thing. But it's also smoking is kind of really. Usually it's high vibing unless you're doing it for a negative reason, right?
Mhm.
But again, even if you take smoking out of it, you're still talking about high vibing and low vibing. So I think if you're taking pleasure and smoking out of that bong, you're putting good vibes into it. So even
There's
if
a
we
reason
did-
you have it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
if you get high and you get your ghosts high, you will probably clear your haunted house of negativity
Yeah.
because your ghosts
Yeah.
will now be positive
Yeah.
from the
Yes.
high.
And he'll tell all his ghost buddies, like, dude,
Right.
this guy over there,
Right.
this guy over there, he smokes the best bud.
Yeah. But then they'll have you back.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
They'll have you back.
Would you
Yeah.
ever host like your own online auction?
We have not done an auction. We have just like a regular website.
Mhm.
We haven't done like an auction.
Would you do like an online thing? Like if you say if they tune into that show and they buy a piece, like you get like a percentage off or something just for
I
that
think that's
show.
something
So
we
remember
would be open
Garden
to.
State of Mind
They
had
talked
said
about
to
doing the
us-
auctions and like dropping
Yeah.
sets and
So-
stuff like that.
I wouldn't even say so. Here's how I would approach that because obviously you've put a lot of time and effort into the pieces that you've created, right? So to you, you have a price for them, whether or not you even let them go. You know, we've
Right.
talked about that. But why not create pieces specifically for that type of marketing?
So I think that was one of the things that we had. So we're kind of like going into a collaboration, the Garden State of Mind. We'll be like picking up after the new year, spring sometime. So we've been throwing around brainstorming,
Mm-hmm.
lots of ideas. Those were some of the things that had come around. Themed pieces for specific things.
Mm-hmm.
Auctions. This was again, we hadn't really thought about it because, you know, we really started doing it because it was really something we loved, and it's wonderful, but it's took off so much faster than we.
Do you think it's like changing, not the direction, but like the energy and like the feel? Like you want it to be fun, right? And you want it to be organic and not blow up and sell out in a way, right?
No, I think it's still
what's
fun.
so great is that
Yeah.
it is so fun. It's kind of like you guys
Mhm.
were talking about making connections earlier. Like literally everyone that we meet and connect with, first of all, we're all just chill stoners.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So everyone we meet, we really connect with, and it does feel so organic, like you said. But
So-
it's just like this. Like
So
avalanche, you know
right.
what I mean?
So like
Tsunami,
energy, yeah.
you
So
know?
like energy-wise, to put in
It's good.
energy terms, right? When we started this, we feel like we had a goal of being somewhere in our lives, not just for ourselves, but to be able to share the wealth with other people, right? So when we started with this, what we mean is like, instead of it taking years for us to get there, we feel like it's taken months, and we are so each and every day we are internally grateful. Like we love where we are
We literally look at each other all the time.
every day.
Yeah.
This is like legit happening, like, and right.
It's an amazing experience to have that.
Yeah. And-
Like Chris has been asking me for years to do something. We've
4
had-
years.
he knows.
He's
4
like, oh,
years.
yeah.
Dude,
He's
let's
got
start
it
a
written down,
podcast.
but-
Let's start a podcast. Nah, dude, it's stupid. We have nothing to talk about. Dude, let's start a podcast. Nah, dumb. Pandemic hit. I bought a bunch of equipment.
I
And
was
he's like,
concerned.
Okay, I'll do it.
I was more
look, see?
concerned about the startup because I knew I knew the path that we would have to take to get
Right.
to get it to this, at least as far as it's come. But I didn't have the time or the want to do it personally because I knew it's going to be a lot of trial and error. It's learning a new language, like as far as technology goes. I have an audio background. I haven't done video since the pandemic, and during the pandemic, that was a skill that I've actually picked up from it, and it's helped out with this amongst other things. And Chris's drive for me to want, like, he pushes me every day, and it was like, hey man, like, you upload this to Anchor, which shit. Like,
We're caught up.
yeah, okay, thank you.
We're caught up.
Yeah, he's got my back.
We were fortunate enough to have Rachel and Deepa bring some pieces to display for us, and I'm excited.
I'm so
like,
excited.
freaking out.
I want to know how they all work.
That's the
Okay,
Hulk.
all right. So Hulk. I'm gonna move Hulk. Hold
Well,
on.
You can kind of see it from your view, so if you want
Oh,
to
look,
just hold
there
it
you
up
go.
a little. There we go.
That's Hulk. Yeah. Look at this
A little
thing.
more.
Yeah.
Boom. That's
She looks so
Can't
nice
even
on the
fit in
telly,
frame.
too.
yeah. It doesn't even fit in frame. It's as tall as me. It's as tall as me sitting down. That's
Basically.
insane.
So you could hit that by yourself, right, with the light
For
up?
sure.
Ah,
For sure. Challenge accepted.
There you go.
That's awesome.
So yeah, do you guys want to go through?
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about each piece. What your
Where'd
favorite
you find
one was.
them? Yeah, exactly.
This one is Dolly. She's been one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's Rachel
She
loves
is
that one.
The music box.
It's a fucking music
It's a
box.
music box.
It plays you a melody.
That's insane.
Can we get it on the mic?
I can for real listen to that
That's awesome.
all day.
You know what? I can imagine it just like me sleeping at night, and it like goes off by itself, and that's that ghost
No,
talking.
well,
You'd be
it-
like, "Come on and smoke me."
Yeah.
So it has a stop mechanism. She actually stops when you put her down.
Wow, that's
See?
brilliant.
And then she sings
That's
or
amazing.
serenades.
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 you every time you
Serenades
take a
as you're
hit.
smoking
That is
her.
so cool.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's one of a kind.
I love her. This was one of your faves, Deepa.
Yeah, I don't know why
That
I really
old
like
school
yeah.
Courvoisier bottle.
Yeah.
Deepa loves
Yeah, I
that one.
really like the clean cut of this. This one I think was one of the days when I was thrifting by myself and I ended up somewhere.
That's a sick
Yeah.
find.
Yeah, and these ones I think these ones were some of our originals. We've gone through a lot of these.
The Lennox, yeah, that
Lennox,
is one
this
of our
is a
original
chill.
I
Lennox.
was gonna say. it
Yeah,
looks
that
like
was one of my
Lennox.
favorites on the Instagram. I kept looking at that one. I'm like, that is sick.
Ooh, we just found a cute Lennox piece on our way up when we stopped. One of the places we stopped, it's a little Lennox shoe.
Oh,
Maybe like
yeah.
an
Uh-huh.
ashtray.
So do
or
you
a little
travel
stash
and
box.
search for pieces, or do you have like your spots?
We have spots, but we do try and travel. But again, it's time and schedule and kids' permission.
I think it
Yeah.
comes down to like when
That's
we're
really-
traveling for like we're traveling here.
So we made
we
it.
stopped when we went up North
Mhm.
Jersey to see NJ Garden State. We did like multiple thrift stores up in that area. When we went to the Catskills for the Canna Yoga retreat.
We had a bunch of soda bottles that just sat in my office like for months, right? Because we didn't have anyone to make the stems
Uh-huh.
because you only have the straight stems. So when we found our
See,
guy, And then we started making the stems, and we found that the soda bottles go like the best.
Everyone loves them.
Everybody's
That's so unique,
loving.
you know, no one's seen that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's
that's cool.
loving. So I took the first soda bottle because I got to tell everyone about this. Charlotte.
Oh,
So
that's
the,
the name of my guitar.
well, so also the soda bottles at the bottom, it's got the
On the
name
Coke
of
bottles.
the Coke bottles, the city and state.
Where they were
The made.
manufactured.
Right.
Yeah.
And
What?
yes, yeah. And mine actually was Charlotte, North Carolina. And one of my friends who's been my friend since I was like 15, her name is Charlotte. So she's called Charlotte. But one of the really great things we love doing is like when we make stems or we get stems made, when we make a bong, it's like if you're a waitress in a restaurant, you try your food because you know what's good, right? Each stem is actually still different because it may not smoke differently, like it may catch dirt differently, it may clog up differently or whatever,
Okay.
right?
The cleaning process.
The cleaning may be different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you won't actually really know because Charlotte was a U-bend.
I mean, Mark has said the same thing. The guy that we work with to do the glass, he said the same thing. Like, I can't try every one, so I don't always know how
Yeah.
it's gonna hit.
But
So
so we
like
smoke
to
it.
try every
Yeah,
one.
so like
Not the
legit,
ones that
right?
we sell, but
Yeah.
we keep
Yeah.
so many in our personal
Yeah, so like
collection now.
this kind of stem was kind of this is kind of like the one you were talking about
Yeah, I
more than
love-
mine.
that's my favorite
Yeah.
kind.
Themselves.
Yeah.
That's it?
So
Yeah.
my
Like
stem
that.
is different. So like when she tried this one, she actually said this stem is really good. So now we know which stem we like and which stem we can request moving forward.
So now you find your vessel and you know that you need a straight stem or a custom stem. Do you draw something up or do you say to your people, this is what I have and this is what we need?
Yeah, so we drill all the holes. We have a face-to-face meeting. We drop off our boxes with
Each
our
one.
bottles. We tell them like we want to drop down. We want just the
Like
45
this, like
elbow
that.
bend, or we just want the grommet. And then he fits each one in the style that we specify.
Awesome.
But we actually leave the bottles with him
And
so
turn
that
it
he
around.
can make
Fit it.
sure
Yeah.
that they precisely
And
fit.
then if they come back and maybe they're too tight or they're too low or whatever, they go back to him, he adjusts them, they come back. So there's a lot.
These are
I think that
They're
happened
ve-
more in the beginning. That's another, if you go
Yeah.
back to the streamlining thing
Yeah.
where we really got a vibe for it and we haven't
Yeah.
had to send things back and
Right,
forth.
right.
To smooth that
Because he kind of
process.
knows now, but
Now he knows.
Yeah, now he
you know.
knows.
But that's
the-
what's so great
yeah.
about building those relationships and
Ships.
those connections and doing the mind melding and working together on it. It's
Yeah.
just really, really, it's fun. It's rewarding.
Yeah,
it-
you bring more
feel like you're
people into the
creating,
fold.
You know, and
You know, you just yeah, you really do feel like you're bringing more people onto the fold. You're basically spreading the wealth and like the happiness, and that's energy-wise.
That's
really
what I do. Like
That's
it,
really what it's about. At the end of the
Everybody
day, just
eats.
energy.
you know.
Yeah, she was talking about, especially with the COVID thing, a lot of people being at home. A lot of people do jobs and things, but they don't really are not happy. They're going 9 to 5. We've all been there, and it was
Some
all
people
about,
have to, and
some
they
people have
Right.
to. But here's the thing: it's very possible if you really do believe in the energy and universe. It is so possible that to actually take something that you love doing, a passion, and just run with it, that eventually it will make you money. When we first posted our bong, we didn't really there was no price on it. We were just doing it. You know what I mean? And
One
like
of
you
my
guys,
friends-
even for you, your podcast,
Mhm.
it literally is about if you're high vibrating and you just want to just spread the love. The universe literally gives you everything that you need and
Yeah.
everything simultaneously. You were just saying, right?
the
Everything,
timing and
the
everything.
timing,
yeah.
everything we've needed in this business. When we've needed something, literally people have to, like even today. What the heck with that guy that we met?
Oh yeah, the glass.
So yeah, so we met another. So today we hit up a few shops on the way here. We've been productive. We're going to this head shop, and we met the guy a couple of months ago at an event at AC, and then he remembered us, and we're looking for a glass guy, and he blows glass. And he was like, "Yeah, I remembered you. We exchanged numbers. We got him in touch with somebody else. We bought something else, and it was all about, it was all about the
It all
universe.
just, like,
yeah."
came
Yeah.
together, you know,
Yeah.
like it was just meant to
Like
be
meant to be,
cosmic
yeah.
timing,
Yeah.
right?
This kind of seems like kismet too, actually.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
feeling that right now.
yeah.
So.
Yeah, really, right? If I feel it too.
You guys
They
you
go
guys have
fast,
all
they
of
go
these
right
online,
fast.
right? That everybody can view, or
So,
Quite a few of them are on
well,
right now. Not all of them.
yeah.
are up
So
right now.
not as. So here's the thing: we don't unfortunately have as much in stock because they seem to sell faster than we can get them on the website.
Yeah,
oh
we
wow,
do.
So
yeah,
they
of course I
really
could see
do.
that.
So
It's just the two of us, and we're making them. We're trying to update the website. We're going to all the. And
Yeah.
it's like event season, so like our website has not been as updated as.
yeah,
all
but
the
we don't
time.
really have that much that we need to put on it this much because
Right
we'll
now.
start right now.
Mm-hmm.
We have another 16 bottles with a glass guy. We've got a regular weekly schedule now to do like. So we know every day per week we're gonna go and see him and we're doing bottle
Right.
exchange.
Do you post each piece, like even if you sell them, like on Instagram and
Yes.
stuff?
Yeah, we take pictures
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah.
Do you ever
As
have
much as
people
we
say
can,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, can you recreate that?" and like, or is it more personal? Like,
No, they say that hey, I want that. Sorry, it's gone.
Right.
Or we have a piece like that, and can you custom do? So we do
Right.
do that.
Mhm.
Like even like Rachel said earlier, a lot of the shops, antique places, when we go. So it usually starts out, we go into shop and they see us get like 15, 20 bottles and then it piques their curiosity and they're usually at antique shops, older women. So they're like, oh, what do you do with them? Do you resell them? So then you have to contemplate, okay, should we like really be honest? But we are because
I would
always
100%
just
of
she
the
yell.
always
time.
does,
I'm
right?
wearing the T-shirt
Yeah.
and I'm like, yo, we make
We
bongs.
made bongs. Oh, here. And then she pulls out the phone. But you know what happens 9 times out of time? Oh my God, this is amazing. Okay, well, I'll give you a discount. Can you turn this one into a
Yeah,
bong
remember
for
we
me?
Yeah.
went back to the one
nice.
shop and she had pulled him aside.
Every-
I'm like, Deepa, look at all these bottles. And I was like, oh, look, she pulled this one aside for us. I
Mhm.
really like this one. And she was like, actually,
That one's for me.
I pulled that aside for myself. Can you please make it a bong?
Yeah,
And I
even
was
that
like,
last
Fuck
guy
yeah.
who got all the
Yeah.
soda bottles, we're doing that brown bottle for him. He did the same. He
that
had a
was
whole bunch
somebody
of.
we met. That was so
Oh,
funny.
fu-
That
oh
was
my
like
God!
a
That was,
Facebook marketplace.
again, fucking universe aligning.
And we had, it shows you have all these friends in common, and I was like, all these friends are people that are in this like weed group. And then I looked and like he's in the weed group, and I'm like, hey, we'd been talking about meeting to pick up bottles from him, and he's like, oh, I was like, so I see we have a lot of like mutual friends from this specific group, and he was like, yeah, okay. He was like a little bit like, meh.
I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
But then we go over there, and he's like, yeah, so I was wearing the Cookie Monster costume.
And we were
Fucking
venting,
rad.
yeah. And we were venting that day
At
there
the
as well.
Halloween-
At that
Halloween party,
at
yeah.
Louis
I want to
Vuitton.
interview Cookie
Yeah.
Monster.
Cookie
But
Monster.
then it like opens a whole, it opens like a whole door of
Yeah.
event because he's showing us stuff in his outside garage, and he actually says to us, because you could tell he was a very private person, and he actually says to us, he says, I don't really allow anyone in my home, but you guys are really cool. I want to take you downstairs and show you some stuff. We went into
Come
his
to my
basement.
basement and see my private collection.
Oh,
Come to
yeah.
my lair.
Yeah, but you know what? We're
He
okay.
was really cool about it, though.
We
but
can
it
kick ass,
sounds
so we're
weird.
never. Yeah, but there's two of us, and we're badasses, so we don't
Fine.
give a shit. Well,
Yeah.
we can take you. There's two of us
Yeah,
against one.
one of you.
Yeah, but we went down there. And we ended up getting so much more stuff,
Oh,
and he ended
yeah.
up giving us a deal. But we're gonna make him a free piece, so we will even it out, you know.
Mhm.
So we do barter like that. Sometimes when we go like to one of the puffin paints, one of the ladies there was doing like the temporary henna things, and you could tell it was a little bit out of a price range. So we bartered a piece. So she did a couple of henna tattoos for us. And
Aw,
she gave us a
cool.
piece.
Yeah, her stuff was
That's cool.
amazing
She-
too.
yeah.
It's like henna, but it looks like regular. She does like this thing on her arm, and the
Yeah.
whole sleeve looks
It
like
looks
a
like a
regular
black
tattoo.
ink.
It's like the black
Yeah.
ink.
Because
It
it's
looks like a
stays for a
regular
while.
yeah,
tattoo.
because
Cool.
it's not. It's not technically. She told me, but I forgot. It's not technically henna red plant from India. It's a black plant from South America or something. So it actually is black.
It
black
dyes
paste.
darker.
Yeah, because it's not red paste like henna. It's actually black, and when it goes on, it actually
Looks
it's like
a
black.
regular tattoo.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
So when she
Yeah.
came in, I actually thought it was ink,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it looked really, really, really cool. But so yeah, we
I
ended
got
up doing
hand
that.
tats, and my boys were like, "Oh my God, Mom, you got hand tattoos."
Yeah.
That's
and,
cool.
Yeah, and I've been
Yeah.
wanting to extend one across my shoulder for like the 3 of my girls. So it was a good opportunity to put it
Try it.
across there. Yeah,
See how
which
you
I'm
felt
so
about it.
glad I did because you know what? I got the placement now. which I would have fucked up if I hadn't done
There
it.
you
So it
go.
was such a great idea. So
You're way-
I know
way
we
able
all
to get
have
that.
I
things,
grew
so it's
up,
probably
yeah.
you guys are all running out of space. So obviously he's up to his neck now.
Yeah.
How far do you go when you run out of space?
You just keep
Just
going.
keep finding spaces.
I say, how'd you go?
I
know.
have plenty of room in spots.
In other
Yeah,
spots
yeah,
too. Oh
yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah. We're starting in the other spots first, and then working out to the big.
Right.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much. You guys are rad humans.
Oh,
Seriously.
thank you. We love you guys too. We really do. We're so happy that we came. We all connected. This
Yeah.
really is like, awesome.
Yeah.
It was fun, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
so
we'll
much fun.
definitely be doing like staying in touch and maybe obviously seeing each other.
Yeah,
again.
please, definitely,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
And
for
guys, retrobongs.store.
Store, yeah.
That's us.
Check them out. Follow them on Instagram,
At
Facebook.
Retrobongs.
At Retrobongs. Yeah, tell them that we sent you. Guys, thank you so much. Tune in
Thank
next
you.
week.
All right, thank you.
Follow us on all the socials, and yeah.
Stay clouded.
Stay clouded.
Connect with the Two Clouded Mind Show. Follow them on Instagram and TikTok at @the_2_clouded_minds_show, at @2clouded on Twitter, and the Two Clouded Mind Show on Facebook. Get the Two Clouded Mind Show podcast wherever you get your podcasts, and of course, subscribe to their YouTube channel and hit that notification bell.